Hello, good afternoon, good evening, folks, wherever you're watching. This is the Basketball Champions League, and we are in Thessaloniki, Greece. And this is PAOK taking on Neptunas Klaipeda. Well, there's no time like the present for both of these teams to come out and get a win as they try to get into the playoffs. Certainly a win would assure Neptunas of making it. Here's what's happened so far in Group B. Capo d'Orlando losing at home last night to Ventspils. Gaziantep right now are facing MHP Riesen Leeuwardsburg in Turkey, and Iberostar Tenerife are at home later. They will be taking on Ilan Chalon, and it is a very tight group. And these young fans, perhaps they'll be professional basketball players themselves one day. They'll be watching PAOK tonight to see how they approach this game at 5-7, because there's not much margin for error for all of these teams in this tightly packed Group B. You see Iberostar Tenerife, MHP Riesen Leeuwardsburg already through, but Neptunas Klaipeda, well, they can be 100% through if they win tonight, and they know that they have the capacity. PAOK, on the other hand, if they get the win tonight, they still have to come back and win next week, or at least see how all of the results play out in the end. No guarantees whatsoever, so the main thing to remember for them is that they have still got a chance. They need to come out and win the basketball game. Neptunas Klaipeda, coached by Kazis Mekšvidis, Ronaldo Sebudas, Tomas Delinakaitis. Those are two veterans. Kisielius, the jump shooter, Jared Johnson, Brendan Cardell Fields is the point guard. Those two guys, Edgaris Zelionis, how inspirational, how terrific he's been all season long. On the Basketball Champions League website, there's an interview with him about being called up to play for Lithuania's national team. And of course, it's really helped his cause that he's played well in the Basketball Champions League. For PAOK and Coach Ilias Papatheodorou, Usman Krubalik, what a great story he is. Linus Rizikopoulos, Antonis Konyaris, the youngster that plays for Greece, Yankaris, Soklas, Margaritas, all the way down. This is a PAOK team that, similar to last year, hasn't really turned on all cylinders all season long, but it's a team that has been there or thereabouts, knocking on the door. And if they get the wins here at the business end of the regular season, they could end up finding themselves in the round of 16. Harold Mbopoulos, Katsivelis, Darnell Jackson, Philip Goss, Lucky Jones, Gianaris, Karamanolis, and Klonaris also all in this PAOK team. So for Neptunas Klaipeda, what a season it's been. Ups, downs, thrills, spills, terrific performances. I remember way back when Arnis Bukevicius had a triple-double, becoming only the second player to do so. There's Zelionis. Well, it turns out that Bukevicius and Mindaugas Girjonas left for financial reasons, for the health of the club, and Juan Palacios joined them out the door as well not long after. Of course, he stayed in the Basketball Champions League with Besiktas, whereas the other two moved on to new land, well, at least a new city, Lietuvos Rytas, here in Lithuania. But here in Thessaloniki, Greece, PAOK is a team that, well, it hasn't started very well, has it? They lost their opener, MHP Riesen Leeuwardsburg, by 33 points. Then they fell at home to Gaziantep, 85-82. They showed signs of a little bit of recovery by winning at Capo d'Orlando, 63-58, but then fell at Ilan Chalon, 75-61. So they started 1-3, and under that man's leadership right there, they ended up falling at home to Iberostar Tenerife, and it didn't look good at that point. They then fell to Neptunas Klaipeda, where Bukevicius got the triple-double. After that, PAOK have had some better results. They won at home against Ventspils. They lost badly again to MSP Rees in Lewisburg, that time in Greece, but then they won at Gaziantep. They won at home over Capo d'Orlando. They beat Elaine Chalon a couple of weeks ago. And last week, they fell at Iberostar Tenerife. So now they've got Neptunas Klaipeda, and next week they will play at Ventspils. And, of course, Ventspils winning last night, a really tough game, but coming through in the clutch, winning at Capo d'Orlando, which has tightened things up, made it even tighter, in fact, so in this group. So still a lot to play for. And Arnold Jackson will be hoping that he's part of the solution for this team as they battle to get into the playoffs. Really is interesting. Again, you look back at Group B, Neptunas at 7-5. Ventspils right behind them now at 6-7. Of course, that's a game and a half. They're 2 games behind them in the loss column. And Elaine Chalon and PAOK at 5th and 6th, respectively, are 5-7. And Gaziantep are 4-8. But as a reminder, Gaziantep are playing right now, and they are losing pretty decisively at home to MSP Rees in Lewisburg. Antonio Conde, Zdravko Rusic, and Pedro Obradovic from Spain, Montenegro, and Bosnia and Herzegovina are the referees for tonight's game. Starting 5 for Neptunas: Jerry Johnson, Sabutis, Zelionis, Galdicus, the captain, and Vytautas Šulskis for Coach Kazis Maksvidas. I have to say I've got a soft spot for this team, having watched them got such passionate supporters backing them in Klaipeda. And for PAOK, it's Margaritas, Katsivelis, Jackson Goss Jr., and Lucky Jones. So Neptunas Klaipeda, 7-5, hitting the road to take on a PAOK team that they beat already once this year, and that was on home soil. Elias Papatheodorou, the head coach of PAOK Thessaloniki. Well, even though they're on the road, Neptunas know that their fans are watching back home. And one of the telling remarks, really, in the interview with Edgaras Zelionis, that's run on the Basketball Champions League website and also on the FIBA.basketball website and the World Cup European qualifiers website, it was about the passion for the sport in the city of Klaipeda. And he said, it's terrific so many people support us. I'd like to thank them very much for that. Whatever happens to the team, even during difficult periods for the team, they did not turn away and believed in us. Well, good evening, folks. If you're just joining us, we're in Thessaloniki, Greece. It's the Basketball Champions League, and it's the game between PAOK and White. And Vangelis Margaritas almost forcing the turnover. And Zelionis goes down hard, and not how you want to start the game, really. He goes crashing to the ground, gets up slowly. 14 on the shot clock. Margaritas thought he had forced the turnover. And if you weren't ready to play yet, Zelionis, well, you better be ready now because you have just taken a nasty tumble right here at the beginning. Goss getting the start tonight, as you could see. And Galdicus, his bounce pass. It's away. So Goss gets it to Margaritas. And jump shot is good from the very beginning here. The first shot of the game. So Goss gets off the snide. Now Galdicus, and second straight turnover for him. And now an unsportsmanlike foul has been called on Jerry Johnson. So it's pretty close to becoming a nightmare start for the team from Lithuania. Hatzivelis fouled, so he will get 2 free throws. And then he will get possession. Hatzivelis makes the first. And he misses the second one. Margaritas hands it off to Goss. Goss gets the bounce pass. Jackson, and a foul for the shot. Ball hit out of bounds. And Goss flies, leaves his hands. Šilskas gets it to Sabutis, and Neptunas don't get the layup. Zelionis thought he was going to lay it up and in, but was unsuccessful. Hatzivelis working up high. And the drive, and Šilskas again with the rebound. And Neptunas trying to get out and run, and Goss commits the foul. Sabutis hits the shot and gets his team finally on the board nearly 2 minutes into the game. The two-pointer, now the turnover. Šilskas has it. Gets it out to Johnson. Long bounce pass. Sabutis tries to pass to Zelionis, but once again, ball is turned over. Margaritas misses. Now Sabutis again. Boy, they are out like as if they've been shot from a gun every time down the floor, trying to beat PAOK down the floor. They don't want to get into like a slow down, deliberate half-court offense against these guys. They want to get out and try to get some easy points, which is really the traditional Lithuanian way versus almost the opposite of Greece. Now they're calling that Foul before the shot. That's Avelis. It's the second year of the Basketball Champions League, and after this week, we've got one more game day. That's next week. Here is Jerry Johnson. And quick pass down low. Lucky Jones. That's Avelis into Jackson. Spins and scores. And now Zelionis again almost loses it, gets on the ground, gets it over to Shulskas. Zelionis gets the rebound. Jerry Johnson goes baseline. And Zelionis gets inside, turns, and earns a trip to the free throw line. Bounce pass, Zelionis goes in for the dunk, and he draws the foul. Second straight one on Margaritas. So Zelionis, after somewhat of a shaky start, gets to the line and makes his first free throw. And you can see the clenched fist. Both free throws go in. And Jackson stops. Gets it back outside of Katsavelis. And now the pass goes over the head of Jackson. Now the drive, and Jerry Johnson gets it up and in. Long one, no good, and Galdikas with the rebound. And the ball picked up by Hatzivelis. Now Goss has it. Trap falls now. The ball goes back over to Neptunas now with a chance to take the lead. Sebutis pulls up mid-range. And long outlet pass to midcourt, but Lucky Jones holds it up. Sikopoulos going to check into the game. Next dead ball. Hatzivelis gets in the lane, turns, and good deny defense, but not able to get the ball for Neptunas, but Hatzivelis picks it up and shoots and misses before the shot clock. Jerry Johnson pulls up and hits the three. And just like that, Neptunas have a 9-6 advantage. Jackson puts it up. Zelionis saves it in bounds to Sabutis. Sabutis drives in, misses. Now Lucky Jones. And he's fouled by Šulskis. And coach from PAOK is calling timeout. So Johnson pulls up on the break, goes to 5 points. And Neptunas lead at 9-6. PAOK is 1 of 6 inside the arc, 2 of 5 for Neptunas. Well, there's a young PAOK supporter. Getting a chance to come midweek to watch our team play. That was Johnson's first basket. Little runner. Goss, I'll tell you, he's been around for a while, 34 years of age. He'll be inbounding the ball. Šulskis comes out of the game. And three-pointer right out of the timeout. So Goss gets his second three to fall. Kachinas has come into the game, number 23 as well. Well, Goss can knock it in, that's for sure. In fact, he's 6 of 23 from three-point range since the start of the season, Goss. So, meanwhile, a foul has put Jared Johnson on the line by Koniatis, and he misses the first and the second. And Rusakopoulos gets the rebound. Goss drives in, scores with the left hand. Eleven to 9. And Goss is Mr. Offense. And Kisielius this time fumbles the ball out of bounds. Here's Goss again, going right at Zelionis. And this time, Koniatis, well, the timeout has done this team some good. They've come right out and have looked transformed. They are on a nice little run here. Zelionis, long. Lucky Jones drives in, and Krubadli battling for the rebound, but it goes back over to Neptunas. So 7-0 run right now for PAOK. Fields in the game, 0. And alley-oop pass to Kachinas. Goss, pump fake, and then fouled by Neptunas. And Goss is proving to be the boss tonight because nobody can stop him. Look at this. Neptunas even grabbed him by the arm, he couldn't stop him. Goss misses the free throw. And Zelionis has it knocked away. Beautiful pass, catch, and shot. The finish, exquisite. That was from Kachinas, and now Neptunas is at the line. Both teams over the limit. Three-point attempt is good from Neptunas. A seasoned Lithuania international. Brisakopoulos tries to answer for 3, and he does. This team's pouring in the points right now. Fields got it over just in the nick of time. Galdikas answers. I'd like to take another look at that. If he did get over, it was just by a whisker. And the coach is saying the same thing. This time, Lucky Jones loses control of it. And the coach has been slapped with a technical foul. No, he's been warned he's going to get slapped with a technical foul. So to button it up. Good defense, and Lucky Jones playing deny, knocks it out of bounds. And now PAOK will have a chance to have the last shot. Cornelius bumped as he drives in, so 2 free throws for him. Looks like he may have taken an extra step there after the foul, but they give him the 2 free throws. Boy, what a great start Goss has had tonight. Kachinas comes out, Sabutis back in. So just enough time to launch a shot here, perhaps. Sabutis. Oh no, it doesn't go in. He banked it, hit the front of the rim, and stayed out. So an impressive fight back by PAOK. They gave up a little run. They were trailing 9-6, and they have gone on a 13-7 run. Well, 3 3 balls for PAOK, 2 for Neptunas. And you also saw from the free throw line, PAOK just 2 of 5 and 2 of 4 for Neptunas. It's been a very intriguing game, and to be honest, there seems to be an element of toughness to PAOK's game that I haven't seen for a while. They've come out. I guess it's Goss has brought some of that, and also Jackson at times. That was the alley-oop to Kachinas. So Ritsakopoulos has it at the start of the second quarter now. Hands it off to Haralambopoulos. And are we seeing now the emergence of this bright young talent who has been, I won't say hyped, although he has been hyped, but deservedly. Now getting a chance to play with the big boys. Fields has it taken away by Goss. Well, Goss has just been in a different league tonight, hasn't he? A different level, and hits the jump shot. He says, I want to be on the All-Star 5 this week. I want to be on the team of the week. 12 points. If he keeps playing like this, he will be. And Kravali takes it right away to Goss. Passes it back to Ritsakopoulos. Ritsakopoulos, oh, what a finish from Ritsakopoulos. Beautiful, beautiful drive from Ritsakopoulos. This was Goss pulling up for the jumper. And then this is Ritsakopoulos, just takes it up high. Nobody's blocking that. Nobody.
Listen up. Guys, we cannot play against switching, so what's happening? You're switching and we don't get solution. Ready, what's the rating here? You are 4 against 5, so make foul. 5 is not fouling.
See the shooting numbers for both teams. PAOK obviously better. And now the full court pressure coming out right out of the timeout. That is not going to make Max Vitas happy. And you can see Haralambopoulos out there creating a little bit of havoc as well. The youngster on the old guy. Right now, PAOK are just really showing how determined they are to get to the round of 16. Goss again for three. Good! He's on fire! And the drive, and the basket is good by Zelionis. Look at Goss. 3 3-pointers. Here's Goss. They break it. Cunyadas hands it off. Haralambopoulos. Boy, talk about breaking a press. They're going to make Neptunas think twice the next time they don't get back on defense. And Galdikas called for a foul on Krabali, boxing out. Boy, beautiful play and the finish from Haralambopoulos. And Talonikais has to come out. Shulskis comes back in. Christopoulos, and he was tripped up by Zelionis. And Zelionis kind of leaned into him as well. Has to come out of the game, picks up his second foul, comes out limping. Goss has 15 points. He's a plus 14 efficiency mark. And here's Christopoulos, who could be, well, I mean, the biggest talent. I mean, we look at his, I mean, obviously Haralambopoulos, you consider him to be the biggest talent now. But Christopoulos has got so many things that he can do well if he just focuses on the game. Doesn't lose his concentration. Oh, Johnson's pass eludes his teammate, Sabutis. 13 points now, the advantage. PAOK showing signs of lowering the boom early here. And don't forget, potential of tiebreakers and whatnot. PAOK want to get a much bigger margin as well. Haralambopoulos pulls up for three. Boy, has he been fantastic or what? Oh no, they're saying it was a two. Shulskis to Johnson. Kisielius hits a three. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe it was a three by Haralambopoulos. I thought it was. Yeah, it was a three initially. So anyway, Goss drives in and draws another foul. Boy, he has been, I won't say he's been a one-man wrecking crew, but because a couple of his teammates have been exceptional as well, including Haralambopoulos. That makes the first. Second one is good as well. That's 15 points now, the lead. Goss just keeps pouring them in this time, and what a finish coming out of really the unexpected. Ucikas flies down the middle, lays it up and in. Harlambopoulos again, another three-pointer. Goodness me, he is looking good, folks. That was Ucikas, but this is Harlambopoulos. He looks like a big-time pro, doesn't he? So timeout on the court. See the leaders, 17 points for Goss.
Guys, our defense, they're shooting what they want, so our defense. Go fouls, don't let them shoot.
Look at that happy, but you see what happens when your home team leads? Everybody's happy. All the fans of all ages. But on this evidence, boy, the possibilities are there for PAOK. Sabunis drives in, misses the shot. Kunyatis with the rebound. Kunyatis for three, good! It's almost as if PAOK, even though they've turned it around of late, boy, it's almost as if they've saved a season's worth of frustration, and they are unleashing it on Neptunas. Šilskas gets inside and draws the foul. Well, Harlambopoulos not doing too much wrong there. Big free throws right now for Neptunas, who are just trying to stay within striking distance. I don't think anybody saw this coming. Although the way they started the game, they were a little bit flat, but then they took the lead. But since they trailed 9-6, PAOK coming out of the timeout have been a different team. They were playing like a team possessed. Chrysikopoulos now takes it. No offensive rebound from Krubali. Back to a 19-point lead. And Sabunis drives in. He was fouled by Krubali. But you have to really give credit to Goss, who I think has really set the tone tonight for his team. He really came out playing with a lot of conviction. Sabunis makes the first free throw. Second was good. And Kunyatis goes back, breaks the press. Alley-oop. Nope, Kravatli brings it down, then goes up and scores. It's like men against boys right now. Šulskis gets inside and draws another foul. Look at that. That was meant to be an alley-oop delivered by Kunyatis. He did get the assist. Now Sabutis, started by Haralambopoulos, takes an awful shot. That's what good defense does to you, though. It makes you take bad shots. Christopoulos turns in the lane and scores. 49 points for PAOK, and still 3 minutes remaining in the first half. Inside the arc, Sabutis misses. Well, I'm not sure anybody in their wildest imagination, certainly not in the Baltics, expected this to happen. And Kravatli this time goes in and takes the bump and the foul from Šulskis. So Šulskis getting in there a little bit too late. Picks up his third foul. Remember the last time these two teams saw each other, Neptunas were in all their glory, with Kevicius walking off the floor. They got him the ball. I think he made the assist, which gave him the triple-double. Neptunas were flying high, but if it doesn't kill you, it makes you stronger, and maybe that was one of those results that made this PAOK team stronger. Of course, Goss wasn't in that team. He came later, as did Jackson. Soklas takes it outside. Bounce pass. Kravatli hands it off, and the jam from Haralambopoulos, the human alphabet. Wow, that was a statement right there. Wow. Look at this play. Well, we'll see it again. Look at the finish. And now Kazis Makvidis has been warned to sit down, or he's going to get hit with a technical. I don't know if he was wanting an unsportsmanlike. Haralambopoulos to Soklas, the veteran. Krabali puts it up just inside the line. Boy, everything they're doing right now is working, isn't it? It is working. Krabali with the rebound. We're talking about a first half knockout. We might be watching it right now. And Goss, Soklas, so it goes in. I'll tell you what, it is getting worse before it gets better. 57-31. Or was that a two? 56-31. 25-point lead. Look at this. That's got to be the play of the week right there. Just put it on the top 5 reel right now. And he gets my vote for the play of the week. Well, maybe a top 5er. And then Delano Kaitis misses a free throw. Final 30 seconds of a mighty impressive first half by PAOK. They are rolling. They are pouring it on. Goss, the jump shot is good. He can do no wrong. He's got 19 points. And we're in the first half. Johnson pulls up and misses, and that's how it finishes. Soklas almost made the shot at the end. That would have been even more. Wouldn't have counted, obviously, but that's how it's going. These guys are playing with so much belief right now. Look at Goss. That's one of those, I've had a great first half, and you're not stopping it. You're not stopping me. We're at halftime, folks. If you're in Thessaloniki and you've got nothing to do, you might want to find your way to the arena. Your team is rolling 58-32 against Neptunas Klaipeda. Wow, this is just 68% shooting inside the arc, 78 beyond it, 7-11. I mean, that's just a story in itself. They are shooting lights out. Getting great play from a whole cast of characters. Nope. Goss Jr. with the 19 points, 12 points for Haralambopoulos. Rissikopoulos has the 3 rebounds, the 5 assists for Konyatis. Remember, they were down 9-6, and since that point, it has been all PAOK. At halftime, we'll be right back.
Παιδική κερκίδα ΟΠΑ. Γνωρίστε την κερκίδα ΟΠΑ. Απολαύστε τους αγώνες της αγαπημένης σας ομάδας μαζί με το παιδί σας. Στην ιστοσελίδα www.kerkidaopa.gr. Σας περιμένουμε.
Από την εξαγωγή δραστηριότητα σε περισσότερες από 34 χώρες. Συμπυκνώνοντας ένα προϊόν που μπορείτε να εμπιστευτείτε από πίνωμα επιβλέπει. Επιλογή εμπιστοσύνη. Ζήσε όλη την εμπειρία του αθλητισμού με φυσικό μεταλλικό νερό Φίκος. Μια ομάδα με πάθος για διάθεση. Ένα βραβευμένο νερό Φίκος. Φυσικό μεταλλικό νερό από τα προστατευόμενα ζαχαρότια. Ένας δυνατός αγώνας. Μια ομάδα με πάθος για διάθεση. Ζήσε την απόλυτη εμπειρία του παιχνιδιού και του αθλητισμού με φυσικό μεταλλικό νερό. Φυσικό μεταλλικό νερό Φίκος. Απ' την πηγή και απ' την καρδιά.
Well, folks, we are at halftime, and it's PAOK Thessaloniki just in command here at home against a good Neptunas team that quite clearly has just been overmatched. And it really does bode well for PAOK. If they can get into the playoffs, they've still got to win this game, and to be assured, I think they have to win next week. Probably will punch their ticket. They are, they have been something else. I mean, they have played with so much confidence. They've played with panache, you name it. Anything that has a good connotation, they have had it tonight. They have been absolutely, utterly brilliant. And there you see the quarter-by-quarter scoring. They were down 9-6 in the first quarter and then went on to win that quarter 19-16, and then in the second quarter they poured in 39 points. That's right, folks. Stop the press. 39 points in one quarter for PAOK. So Neptunas will try to chip away to get back into this thing, but I tell you, it's awfully difficult right now to see how they can get back in it if PAOK continue to play at the same level. I mean, they were just phenomenal. So second half action is underway. 58-32, unbelievable. Soklas. Usman Krobali. Goss, bounce pass. Krobali. And Neptunas trying to get over there to play defense. Get in there too late. I'm sure there must be a lot of reporters tonight who have come to the game here in Thessaloniki that have already started writing their final report up. I mean, it has just been so utterly impressive. Sabutis reaches in, steals it, but then has it knocked away by Goss and picked up by Lucky Jones. And then Sabutis sticks with it and forces Jones into an over and back. Well, every player has been in this situation that's on the court right now. Sometimes they've been up, sometimes they've been down, and all you can do if you're trailing is you try to get some execution, you try to defend and rebound and chip away, but Galdicus has had a nightmare tonight. I mean, he hasn't been anything close to what we've seen him of late. And steals for PAOK now. And inside it goes. Lucky Jones misses. And what was interesting was as Haralambopoulos reaches up and commits the foul, Neptunas wanted to get out and run as much as possible early, and they were able to run a little bit, but they couldn't finish. And then all of a sudden, it just seemed like things just shifted into a higher gear. Sabutis might have gotten away with a foul there. Goss. Ball knocked in his hands. And if you're PAOK right now, I mean, you want to keep piling it on. Soklas short. You want to pile it on because you also want to have the potential tiebreaker in case you end up head-to-head with Neptunas. The same number of wins and losses. And Galdicus this time does get inside and score, so he'll have a chance for a three-point play. And that was definitely a reach and a foul by Goss. And Galdicus makes the free throw. But I'll tell you what, as far as quarters go, that second quarter, probably the last 15 minutes of that game, of that first half rather, probably the most dominating 15 minutes that I've seen all season in the Basketball Champions League. Here's Goss now, and he puts up an air ball, but a foul has been called on Beliauskas, who's come into the game. And the drive and the finish by Haralambopoulos. He's been so good for so long. So successful with Greece's youth teams, playing for title-winning teams, being named the MVP. And Soklas flirting with unsportsmanlike there on Zelionis. And Zelionis is limping around, and you almost wonder maybe if he needs to take a seat for the rest of the night. He didn't look too good there. And the three-point attempt no good from Johnson. Harold Mbopoulos with the rebound. And the miss. Galdikas picks up the foul. Harold Mbopoulos just everywhere right now, and seemingly now ready finally for his star to take off at club level. He's been playing with the big clubs. He's been with the big clubs, but hasn't gotten the minutes. But now he's starting to get the minutes. And he's starting to make the most of them. Well, Lucky Jones drives in, misses. Krabali kept it alive. And the drive. And the foul. And you can see right now, coach isn't too happy with how his team has started this second half. Šulskis. Well, doesn't fully capitalize there. Well, PAOK have certainly haven't blown the doors off the hinges here in the third quarter. So if you're going to make your move, you might want to make it now. If you're Neptunas. Mbopoulos goes out. Soklas. His ball goes in and out. And Beliauskas with the rebound. Hands it off to Johnson. And now a technical foul has been called. And the technical foul, if it's been called on the coach, this is crazy. It's been called on the bench, up 23 points. Now, whatever is said, if indeed it was said and picked up by the referee, that is almost unforgivable. I mean, you can't get a technical up this much. You're up 22 points. You don't want to give any life at all to Neptunas. And the ball knocked out of bounds and back over to PAOK. Leonis just put it up for Bali, and they were like a well-oiled machine for that second quarter, but they haven't gotten it going yet here in the third quarter. Scrap for the ball. Possession goes to PAOK. And Beliauskas picks up the foul. Long way from the basket there. Goss is at the line. Jackson says, "Don't forget about me, coach. I started. I want to get back in there." So Goss adds to his tally. Second one is good as well. So he keeps pouring in the points. And now foul called down low, and Strange, really, if you're Krabali, if you're whoever, you don't need to be fouling right now. You're almost inviting Neptunas just to kind of hang around. So we're going to set the free throw line. Second one is good as well. Now Goss has it. PAOK looking to rediscover their mojo, their second quarter mojo. Lucky Jones has it. Christopoulos looks for it. Hatzivelis. And shot clock violation. Gives it back to Neptunas. Papatheodoro is a little bit frustrated. Starting to think maybe that big lead that we had at halftime wasn't enough after all. And the foul called on Zelionis. So free throws coming from PAOK. So both teams over the limit early here in this quarter. And Lucky Jones not so lucky with that free throw. Second one is good. Šulskas stops, lays it up and in. Back to a 21-point deficit. In the grand scheme of things, 7 3-pointers, that's all that is. But now you got to make it 8. Christopoulos goes down and drills one. I like him. I think he's a great prospect, really. Christopoulos. Šulskas floats in, just kind of puts up a prayer, hoping maybe a foul was going to be called. And Euro step doesn't quite get it done for Lucky Jones. He misses the layup. And Šulskas holds up his momentum just enough to be able to lay it up and in. I think they added the wrong points there. And Zelionis is not able to save it in bounds to his teammate, but gets it to Goss, and Goss hits the long jump shot. So yes, indeed. When it's your night, things like that happen. Šulskas drives in, puts it up off the glass. Šulskas just looks at the referee every time as if to say, aren't you going to give me a 3-point play opportunity? But you got to take the contact, Vitotis, and finish like you did. Hatzivelis. Zelionis with a board. Now Neptunas takes it back. And drives in and makes the layup. The finish from Neptunas. Tell you, that second quarter was such a thing of beauty for PAOK in every way, shape, and form imaginable. But the people that were here to watch it are going to be able to say one day, I was there when PAOK made these amazing plays. I mean, there were 2 or 3 top 5 plays in that quarter. Ball goes out of bounds, and you know, once you're trying to climb the mountain, it's awfully tough to get to the top. And it looked like they had a chance to start climbing that mountain, yet they haven't really been able to keep it going. Goss goes out with 24 points. I mean, he was. I would go ahead and put him on the team of the week. I mean, he was that influential in the first half. Ball goes out of bounds over to Neptunas. Goss, 24 points. He's at plus 24 efficiency, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, but the confidence that he transmitted to his team was incredible. And Field gets in, misses the layup. And Fields is thinking, I've got to make these. I've done the hard work. I've gone around Jackson. I've got to make the layup. Well, the ball bounces out to Fields. Now Zelionis. And then Galdicus flies in and gets the rebound. Monaco, meanwhile, up 7 on Murcia midway through the third quarter. So they are still unbeaten, remember. Trying to become the first Basketball Champions League team to go undefeated through the first 13 weeks of the season. Another bench technical foul has been called on PAOK. Who's barking over there? Somebody needs to get a grip. You have 19 points. Neptunas doesn't need any help. Well, they need a lot of help, in fact. And you're helping them. Now it's an 18-point game. The pass over the outstretched arms of Zelionis. What about Gaziantep, meanwhile, in Group B? Remember that everybody gave them up for dead. Well, they are pushing MHP Rees and Lowersburg right to the limit. They're at home and trailing 68-65, 18 seconds remaining. So all around the Basketball Champions League, interesting storylines. Zelionis. And this was Galdicus when he scored with that follow. Now at the other end, it's Konyatis. Gets at the fall. Zelionis, meanwhile, has the 4 fouls. Hasn't really been at his best, but he looks like he's he got hurt very early. I just wonder if that nasty little tumble that he had when Margaritas almost stole the ball, if that has kind of caused a little injury for Zelionis. So 20 points, the lead for PAOK. Neptune is taking it down about as far as they can before they put up the shot. And Kachinas gets the offensive rebound and is fouled by Kachivelis. Kachinas, one of the many Lithuanians that played college basketball in America. Played for Frank Martin, South Carolina. And Frank Martin would not be pleased with that free throw. Second one is good. Gatsavelis goes behind his back. And right at the end of the quarter, got the shot off, but missed it. So, fourth quarter, nothing to shout about really compared to the second quarter. 71-52, PAOK still on top of Neptunas Klaipeda. Well, there are the numbers. The shooting percentage is dropping considerably for PAOK, but still in command. Some of the highlights here, the third quarter. Now remember, when these two teams met before, back on November 15th, Neptunas Klaipeda won it 82-69, so they won by 13 points. So at bare minimum tonight, they want to win by 14 points in case they were to somehow end up tied in a head-to-head, or also to improve their goal differential in case you got three teams that are tied with the same record. But as it is right now, it looks like MHP Rees and Lewisburg are going to beat Gaziantep, so they'll improve to 11-2. Ribeirão Tenerife are playing tonight. They'll try to go to 11-2. So Gaziantep will be out of the reckoning if they lose this game. So then it's down to PAOK, Neptunas, Ventspils, and Elan Chalon. And it depends if Elan Chalon get a win tonight. Well, I mean, if they get a loss, they would drop to 5-8. So they would be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in for sure. So 71-52, and again in that third quarter, just 13 points scored by PAOK, 20 scored by Neptunas. And Neptunas coming back a little bit. Goss passes. If he'd gone for the shot, he would have had 2 free throws. Ross gets it over to Katsavelis, back to Rizikopoulos. Can pull a string. Fields gets the rebound. Fields just takes it all the way. It's a layup drill. It's a layup drill, folks. Don't go away. Neptunas showing signs of rising from the dead. Trailing now 71-54. Katsavelis puts up a three. Takes the advantage back to 20. Remember, they want to win by at least 14. PAOK. Fields drives in. Kunyatis. And foul by Delanakaitis. This was Katsavelis the last time down. It's going to be difficult for Galdicus to get out there and guard him. And Katsavelis knows it, and he drills the three. So Image Piri's and Lewisburg indeed win it 72-67 over Gaziantep. So Gaziantep's season, their chances of advancing to the playoffs, the round of 16, are over. And another jump shot from Patsavelis. He's starting to pick up the slack now, and he takes the lead back to 23. And Kazis Maxvidis calls for another timeout. Had his feet set. Twice in a row, the Neptunas players do not get out and get a hand in the face. Foul trouble. Schultzkes, Zelionis, Galdikas, all with 4 fouls. Dylan Nikaitis with 3. And a foul called as play comes back out of the timeout. Entry pass, Lucky Jones knocks it away into the hands of Katsivelis. Three-pointer is good from Bonyatis. He was so good in the first half. He had the 6 points, the 5 assists. Fields into the lane. Look at Bonyatis. He's got some skills. And don't forget, he's also got a full season of the Basketball Champions League under his belt coming into this season. 11 points tonight. Fields launches one. And the lead again is 26. And that recovery that Neptunas were threatening to make is all but forgotten. Gall's starting to get his swagger back. Look at him. He puts it up and nails another three-pointer. Or no, that was a 2. 82-54. Goss just keeps pouring it on, folks. 26 points. Kazis Maxvidis says, let's get another timeout. Let's try to figure this thing out. Goss 26 points, plus 27 efficiency. 3 steals to go. with that, as well as 3 rebounds. Shooting percentage, PAOK 12 of 18, and just 3 of 11 for Neptunas. PAOK also back up to 50% now inside the arc. I haven't seen Harold Mbopoulos since he left in the third quarter. Jump shot no good, and flying in for the rebound, Katsavelis. And he tells Lucky Jones, just hold on a second here, give it back. I'm going to give it over to Neptunas Klaipeda. Here's Goss, open again, it's good! Goss is just saying, in case you're wondering, I'm going to be the best player this week. He is just smoking hot. Christopoulos had a chance to give it to Goss. Surely you got to find a man with a hot hand. Zelios gets blocked by Christopoulos. Christopoulos dumps it to Konyatis. Lucky Jones tries his luck again and remains unlucky. Sebutis catches it and lays it up and in. Fouls on Goss. And he made it. Hey, flirting with a foul there was Johnson. Goss knows he's red hot. 34 years of age. I mean, that's a lot of experience in those hands that he was kissing because they're red hot, trying to cool them off. 85-57 now. PAOK with 5.5 minutes remaining. Zelionis steals it over to Sebutis. And then Zelionis has it knocked away by Goss. And the crowd appreciates his effort. And the PAOK faithful believing the result is beyond doubt. And long shot, no good. Zelionis rebounds it. All knocked out of bounds. Zelionis, and that was an air ball, and it was a foul by Šulskas, pushing off on Konyatis. We're looking at a player like Goss. It's his first time playing in Greece. I mean, when he came out of college, he went to Drexel. And when he came out, he went to the Netherlands. He started, then he went to Turkey. Then he went to Israel. So he's been around. Ball goes out of bounds, back over to the hosts. Then he went to Poland. Goss, gosh, he could write a book about where he's been. Then he went to Italy. Stayed in Italy for a few years, went to France, played for Aspel in 2011, 2012, went back to Italy, to Varese, and to Roma. into Venezia, into Brindisi last season, and this season he's moved here to PAOK. Russikopoulos rattles it in. 88-57. The century mark looms for PAOK. That shot from Russikopoulos, meanwhile, his second three-pointer. He's gone to 12 points on the night. Haralambopoulos back in the game, guarding Kisielius. They get it to Sevoudis. Open jump shot. Three-pointer good. .342 remains. Russikopoulos, 25 years of age. Kogiatis just 20. Karas just 20. He hasn't played tonight. Haralambopoulos now 21. And Giannis Giannaris, 18. They've also got a 16-year-old, Polinaris, shooting guard, and Karmanolis, who is 19. Well, there goes Goss. Probably it for the night, you would think. 5 of 6 from three-point range. You can't overstate the impact that he made tonight on tonight's game. I mean, he really lowered the boom. 29 points, plus 29. I mean, for my money, he's one of the best 5 players of the week. We'll see if he ends up getting voted on there by the powers that be. So, under 3 minutes to go now. And Sevoudis reaches around, commits Neptunas' 4th foul. A player like Sevoudis is going to play all 40 minutes. Well, that's it for Sevoudis. That's good night. Reynolds has to take a seat. Great player. Haralambopoulos steps up to the line, makes it. I wonder if we're going to see Haralambopoulos play for Greece in the World Cup qualifiers. That would be an exciting prospect, wouldn't it? 15 points, now 16. Averaging about a point per minute tonight. Kisielius puts up a 3. Haralambopoulos collects the rebound. Second rebound of the night for him. Good deserved applause for Russikopoulos. He's been very good tonight as well. Johnson and teams is playing out. Now it just depends what the final result is going to be with 1:50 remaining. Well, better luck next time, Neptunas. I mean, you know, it's never easy. You come into this 7-5, you're going to drop to 7-6. And next week, you are going to finish things up at home to Iberostar Tenerife. So it depends really on the other results from tonight's games. But I think they probably thought they had a better chance coming into tonight's game than perhaps they would have had going into next week's game. But if Elan Chalon lose tonight, they would be 5-8, so they wouldn't be able to catch Neptunas. And then you've got Ventspils that will be going up against PAOK. So one of those teams would improve for the 7th win. So I believe with this result and with Gaziantep also losing tonight, that Neptunas will nevertheless be in the playoffs. And the follow is no good. Hatzivelis takes it. His pass intercepted. And Beliauskas hits the three-pointer. And Haralambopoulos goes up for the layup and has it knocked out of his hands. So I think really what could upset the apple cart tonight for Neptunas, in fact, would be if Elan Chalon were to win against Iberostar Tenerife and improve to 6-7. Because then Elan Chalon would go into their last game with a chance to beat Neptunas. Elan Chalon would be at home to Gaziantep. And Elan Chalon won by 5 over Neptunas at home. There's Beliauskas making the last one. So 91 to, I think it's 91 to 70 or 91 to 69. So he hits the three. Yes, so 91 to 70. So that is the final score, folks. 91 to 70. PAOK roll to a convincing win and stay firmly in the hunt for a spot in the playoffs. You see the final numbers. PAOK did most of their damage in the first half. Perhaps those final stats slightly deceiving. Wasn't even at all, really. Goss led the way with 29 points. Isakopoulos was terrific all the way around, as was Koniardis. Jones, give him credit, had the 6 steals tonight. So the PAOK fans hear from their fans as they leave the court and they go to the changing rooms to savor what was a very important win for them. Well, PAOK were in total command and looking unstoppable, especially on offense, by halftime when they led 58-32. Then they came out, struggled a little bit in the third quarter, only scored 13 points, but pretty much put the result beyond doubt early in the fourth quarter. So as you look at the final, the highlights here, know that PAOK have come out and did what they had to do tonight. They came out and did what they had to do. Neptunas, meanwhile, not as successful. And now they have to wait and see what happens later tonight with the Nine-Chalon. I'm guessing they'll be pulling for Iberostar Tenerife to win that one. So Goss putting the finishing touches on a magnificent night for him. So that's it, folks. Thanks for watching. One last time, 91-70. PAOK win it over Neptunas Klaipeda.